friends asked me who I aspired to be like when I grew up, I always told them Rihanna. She was different, and she wasn't afraid to show off her differences to the world. And of course, because she's rich. All this has me thinking, is Rihanna really the perfect role model? I asked myself, Diamond, what's good about her? Diamond, what's the best about her? My response is, I like her style in music, but I don't like the way she portrays herself in music videos. Looking at these negative images across the screen bothers me. Why do my little cousins and their friends have to grow up listening to these types of things?
I do think that teens are definitely shaped sometimes by the celebrities or images that are projected in the media. It is something that is concerning to me. I think that more and more what we see on TV is what we tend to make our ideals of what beauty is or a lifestyle is. And definitely, it does influence our youth. But I think that that is something that also can be altered through role models.
Role models are there to give you some sort of path, a blueprint of sorts.
Chris Brown.
Mary J. Blige.
Derrick Rose.
Tim Tebow was one.
Denzel Washington.
Common, kind of rapper, actor.
Lil Wayne, Jay-Z.
As a young person and growing up to where I am now, they have never been celebrities. So my concept around role models is not quite the same.
A big thing for me is the videos. I don't watch videos anymore. I barely turn to channels like BET, VH1. I'm not a big video person, and a large part is because I don't like what I see.
I was told that being light-skinned, I was supposed to conduct myself a certain way. So I think all of that came to be, I guess, through maybe more so media and things that were shown on TV.
I think they show a lot of negative images in terms of, you know, only showing light-skinned beauties. Everybody has to have a weave and long, pretty, curly hair, whether it's your hair or not. So I think it causes self-esteem issues in young women to say that if I don't look like this, then I'm nothing.
Our culture has become very desensitized to what we see and what we hear.
The media promotes sex.
Come here, rude boy, is you big enough? Take it, baby, take it.
And violence.
Gucci man, make the trap, hey!
Because America loves sex and violence.
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying
it's the media's responsibility, because they control how the rest of the world views us, but I think their primary motivation is to continuously keep us in a role of genocidal, homicidal maniacs.
Media benefits a great deal from negative depictions of all people.
People are being tricked, and people want to be in that lifestyle. You know, they want to be Rick Ross. You know, they want to be Meek Mill. They want to be some of these guys that go to jail, you know, for you know, gun charges or stuff like that.
License and registration? What's the problem? Speeding.
Man, you must be new or something, man. We the best, man.
License and registration.
Somebody on the other end of those negative images has a check.
We use music as a way of survival from slavery days until now. When Master said you can't go to church, you can't read, you can't do this, you can't do that, we would sing and create our own hymnals and spirituals, and would beat on the rock outside and stomp on the ground.
The origins of music as a whole was slave hollers and slave calls, you know, on plantations, you know, like that's where music came from. Like we are the originators of music, so we can make everything. It's just the fact that they don't let everything that we make they don't publicize everything we make for a reason. And I think that the reason is because they want us to be viewed in one light.
We have modern day examples of coons and mammies in the media. We have modern day examples of people being shiftless and lazy in the media. We don't see again the full spectrum of who we are and what we are.
If you haven't read the Willie Lynch letter, it talks about how to make a slave. We talk about, nobody's ever really taken a look at what damage, psychological damage, happened to the black community post-slavery.
After slavery, there was still an involuntary slavery system in place that used the propaganda of the time. That's when you started seeing these images of blackface. You saw images of blacks acting as simpletons. And if we look, and we don't have to look very hard, if we look at the media today, we see all of the current day structures still in place. We still see those same images. You have all of the networks, if we're looking at representation of all of the top networks, they're all, for the most part, run by old white men.
I think opportunities to talk about things that are great, things that our young people are doing at this school, things that our young people are doing all over the city, they're never talked about, they're never discussed, they're rarely if ever shown.
In the beginning, I set out to discuss the ethical responsibility of celebrities and ended up discussing slavery in the media. I started to blame celebrities for the mixed messages and negative depictions they portray to youth like me. I realized that owners of the media outlets play a role too. Celebrities have an undeniable responsibility to serve as role models. I believe we can make some changes. Let's replace this negative with some positive.